Hi there, it's Chelle and Clint. If you can hear the vacuum sound in the background, he is working on ink blenders, which is these. And I think we're going to extend the sale. We have it going until Monday, which is the 14th. And it's just on ink blenders only right now. And we're going to extend it until the following Monday, which I think is like the 21st, somewhere in there. I think it's the 21st. So yeah, if you want one and you haven't got one yet, then definitely go and pick one up, because you know it's a good deal. You get good price and they're going out really quick. So guys, we are doing what everyone has been waiting for, which is secret journaling spots. We're doing a series and we're going to make it as long as, we're going to do as many of them as we can. We've been talking and we've come up with extra journaling spots. Some of these are not my original idea. If they're not, and I remember who made them, I will let you guys know. So let's see. My glue was not working and I am going to need this, but I'm not exactly sure what we're going to do next. We do have an idea, and I was wondering if any of this paper would work for it. And it's going to be a really colorful journal, but I'm kind of thinking, oh, this might actually. I know they're not necessarily colorful. I think they'll work though. It's not like the thicker cardstock that I typically would use, but I'm going to show you. Ooh, definitely, I gotta have this one for sure, because I think we're going to do one with chickens. So Clint got this really adorable paper. Let's do it on this, and I'm going to show you guys in the first part of the video how we do it, and then we may make some for our stash so that we can continue to build our stash at the same time. So this one is pretty simple. Let's fold this one in half. Let me make sure on the size. I'm pretty sure it's 8.5 by 11 is the typical sizes I use for my junk journals. So, and a while back when I first started junk journaling, I really love adding secret hidden journaling spots, which means if somebody's just flipping through your journal, they may not be able to see, like a child or significant other, if they don't know what they're looking for, they might not be able to find it. But yeah, I've made many over the years, and some I was going through my stash and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that one. So we're gonna revisit that. So this one, we're gonna make the secret inside. This one is very common. Let me see what paper. I did get a digital for this next, for this thing that we're going to be doing next. Let me see. I think I do definitely want a cardstock. I think my friend Deborah sent me these. Deborah, didn't you send these? Deborah Weilert. I think she sent these. They're just a little bit thinner than this, and I do like to use cardstock on these. So I'm just going to see what I have that would work. Something like that would work, but it's still a little thin. I think it needs to be this, and we could add color to it, because like I said, it's going to be kind of colorful. Oh cool, there's another chicken wire. That's awesome. I need that, because we're going to do chickens. Ooh, let's do this one. That is beautiful, but I think it'll work for what we're doing. So typically I would cut it like this to get two designs out of it. And I think if I cut it sideways like this, I think it would work. So 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. If you're making bigger, smaller, you can definitely redo it. I like to cut mine 5 by 8.5 or 5 by 8. So I'm gonna take this, cut it down to 5 by 8. That's just the size I like. I don't want to cut the bee off though. Well, let's save him and we'll get rid of this other one. We do like to have kind of a thing going all the way over it. So one thing is, you know what, I really could use an X-Acto knife. Clint's working, he's got his earphones in, so I can't holler at him. So, but I think we have something, don't we, on the table? Yeah, here it is. Because I want to show you guys several ways to do this if you do not have a cutter like this. So what I'm going to do is, I like to put it up here, put about an inch, half an inch above, and then I am going to kind of move my cutter just in like half an inch, and we're going to cut it to over here about half an inch. Scooch it up just a touch, in like that. And you can see that we have two cuts, and then we'll just cut that, and that's going to be our opening. But what if you don't have a cutter? Let me cut another one down. Five by 8. So that is my plan on this journal, is or on this journey that we're going on, to show all of these, is how to do it different with different things than I use, because not everybody has the same items that I use. And then you can refer back to this, and that way you can say, oh yeah, this is how she did it, or this is how I need to do it. So I will be setting up a playlist, and it will be secret journaling spots, and I'm going to go ahead and put 2022 on it if you want this particular playlist. I'm going to save everything like this. Okay, so that would go here. I mean, that one's pretty simple if you have the cutter that will do that. However, if you don't, I'm going to use his knife. It's kind of dull, which is perfect for me. And then, let me see. I think I have... There we go. It's not really the one I wanted, but it'll be fine. So, could have used one a little bit bigger. It will work. So, again, this one actually might work better. I'm going to kind of line it up and just make sure it's about equal. This paper has like dots, so you can kind of line it up there. But, you know, use a ruler or whatever you want to do. If I had an X-Acto knife, I would be using it, but this is one of Clint's carving knives. Very simple. You're just going to cut through. I'm going to do just 2 little cuts, and then you're going to move it down just a little bit, reline it, make sure it all looks pretty straight. So pretty simple. I mean, it's not hard. And then you can flip it over if it's like mine, where you can't really see the... You can use this to do your little things. These are really sharp, so you have to be pretty careful. Okay. So that's, you know, how you would do it if you needed to use an X-Acto knife. Very simple. I've been doing this for years. I do not remember where the original idea came from. I have kind of shellified it through the years. I had a pin for this, and I was putting it in there and it broke. So let me find another pin and get this unclogged, and then I'll show you how this is going to look. Okay, so we have our glue. Yeah.
Oh, I guess I have a quick thing in here.
I didn't hear you saying anything.
Thank God for that.
Yep.
Hi, guys!
You can hear that noise though, so I don't know if you want to
Yeah.
play it.
Hey, it works better than the other set.
Good for you.
How's it going?
Good. We're just talking about hidden journaling. So, you're going to put glue all the way across the top and then down the edges, like a pocket. So,
I like that. I love that paper.
I know, I'm trying to kind of base it on our
Design.
chicken thing.
Did you show them the fabric?
Nope. But this is going to be the front.
Oh, I love it.
Because it's just a,
I didn't know you had that.
I didn't either.
Well, that's nice.
Because
surprise.
we're just focusing on junk journaling. I'm not trying to talk about a whole bunch of other stuff.
Oh,
At least in the front part
I like that.
of the video.
that's good.
So, okay.
Ready.
So,
I'll make out.
okay, have fun.
Oh,
Okay, so now what you need is an envelope or something, a piece of paper to go down there. So I know I created this part, so I think we'll use some of that other paper, this one. And you're going to measure from here to here approximately. So I am going to just put a little dot. And sorry, I'm trying to stay on track a little bit. I know some people are just like, get to the point. I know I can do whatever I want, but okay, so we have this. We're gonna cut it off. You could leave that on if you wanted to. We're gonna add coffee dyed paper, and I don't like, you know, using decorative paper that often and things that I'm going to end up hiding. So, okay, and then we're going to cut that down, put it in here, make sure we have it the right size. There we go, perfect. Isn't that cute? And then I like to cut it at least just under that, the top. Like that. And if you know what size, you know, typically I don't make these all the same size. I just make whatever I ended up cutting out of, because it might kind of be a little snug otherwise. Like if I were going to use this one, you know, I could have made it just a skosh bigger if I wanted. So okay, so there we go. And then how are we going to hide that? Well, let me show you. No. Sorry, the cats are talking. Do I want to, I'm trying to figure out if I want to use this, you know, like otherwise other places in the book. Typically, I like to just use the same idea. So this is about 1 inch. I'm going to make this about 2 inches by 5 because that's what we had. I think I'm going to cut 2 inches off. By 5. That way it measures exact, or pretty close, anyways. So the idea is to kind of hide the secret journaling spot. So, like I said, I know this is probably very monotonous because you guys have seen this. If I had foam tape, I would put that on the back of this, just to raise it just a little bit so it's easier to slide in. It doesn't have to be huge. I do have these 2 little pieces that we cut out, which that might be enough give, you know, just enough to kind of lift it just a little. And if not, we can add to it. You're not going to see this, so it doesn't really matter. And then I'm just going to cut it just a little like that. So that's going to give me enough rise if I, you know, if I feel like it. If I had foam tape, it is a little thicker width, so you could do that, or you could put 2 strands. Whatever you feel comfortable with. I think I'm just going to put it right there. I use a lot of scraps for building this up, so you don't have to have foam tape, but it's so much easier. All over. Got glue there. Okay. But yeah, I'm just going to do 1 a day, and I know for the first few might be ones that you guys have seen over and over again, but then we'll be going into something a little bit different. And then I'm just going to put that on exact because I want it to be well lined up. I mean, right now you can kind of tell, like, oh, that's not it's not the right way or whatever, or you can tell it's off, you know, so you can tell that something's there. But we're going to decorate this top. But for a secret journaling spot, that's pretty much it. I saw this sitting, and since it's going to be kind of like a farm-based kind of journal, you know, I was thinking we could use that all through this book. That's a little bit long, actually, just a little. I don't think it'll matter, but if it does, we can take it off and trim it down just a touch. Like that better. But so then, you know, we would decorate this, and what I do is I try to, like, the lace, I might put lace if we're using it down here and kind of hide the point that this is separate, because I don't want anyone to know that. So no, Clint's going to make the cover, and I don't want to show you guys yet that cover because I don't know when he's going to make it. So at least we'll have a few things first before he gets it done, you know. And if he doesn't make it by the time we're ready to, you know, like I've used all the signatures or whatever, then what I'll do is, so I'm just doing half and half, is move on to another pink, because I have pink papers in the house right now, and I can keep for another time. So you just want to make sure that that's not glued down, because you do want that movable. And then we would just decorate the top of it. So coffee dye paper, let me show you how you can leave it just like this if it's where you can journal in it. I like to add coffee dye paper because it adds more room for them to write. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to cut this down to about 7.5. Actually, I might not. It's kind of bent, but it doesn't bother me. Let's just not cut it down and see if we can use the whole thing. Okay, so that should fold over pretty nicely. Let's just use the whole thing. And I think I'll put the bent piece up top and kind of glue it down. I have cats in the house, so they're kind of... I don't go all the way to the edge. I just go in like an eighth from the edge, and just use an art glitter glue. That's my favorite. My friend sent me some barely glue, but it's been outside. She said it can get frozen, so we'll test it when we get moved back out there. And then if I have it, which I found my glue stick. No, I don't. That one's empty. I was thinking usually sometimes I'll put glue stick in the center, but I'm okay with using art glitter glue. Mr. A's awake and he wants to come over, but the glue must have scared him off. So I like to put the coffee day paper on the top, and then just kind of line it up on this one side. Just fold it in just a little bit so that I can see just that one little area poking out, and then like this. Now you might want to skip this. I don't though, because as in the folded part, I do like this part because it kind of holds the coffee day paper nicely. Is that going to be too long? Let me see. It's really not. It just kind of looks like it. And just kind of, you just want it to lay nice. And this might add some bulk to that page, but for the most part I haven't had any complaints, and I like it like that. So, you know, if you do all your scores and stuff, sometimes that really helps too. But then it will go in there really nicely. Not sure why that's crooked, but we'll see. If it still fits, I'm not going to do anything about it. Okay. And then that is how we make those. So I think I'll go ahead and show you guys the other way. I wasn't going to. I was going to do them all separate. But the other way is pretty much identical to this, except it's sideways. But let's just do that real quick. So you'll get 2 for 1 for today. Let's use this one just because I have it. And now, I guess these pages really don't have to be cardstock, but the piece that you cut, you really want it to be like a heavier paper. If you have a paper that you really want to use and you don't want to, you don't want to use a cardstock, but you have this really thin paper, back it on cardstock, and then you can use whatever paper you want to. So if you have a really thin paper or whatever. So that's not going to fit now. Let's use this one. So again, I'm going to do it on the inside because it's not decorated, even though this is really good for journaling. But I kind of like to, I mean, we're adding extra coffee day paper, so you're not taking away anything. This one, very simple again. We're going to do 5 by 8. And you can rearrange that to, you know, if you want exactly 5.5 by 8.5, you can do that. But I like it to be a little away from the spine because I don't want it to tangle it up, kind of issues. So, and I'm just going to do it on here. You know how to do it with an X-Acto knife, very simple. And then we're just going to cut it, slice exactly the same like we did, except it's on the long way. But this essentially is the same, and I really didn't want to, you know, spend another hour on teaching this. Save this because we'll need it. And we're just going to glue it down just like that. So pretty simple. And then you're kind of going to do the whole thing. I mean the exact same thing. But you might have a book and, you know, you might decide that you just want to put this secret spot in there and not, you know, the up and down one. So I want to show kind of everything that we've kind of come up with over the years. So you could wait, if you have your signature already sewed in, these are really easy to just add. No biggie. So again, we're going to make our little pocket for our little folder thing for there. So let me grab, just grabbing any paper that I think would work. So I am going to cut it probably between these. Can't blink. If I blink, I won't be able to get it right. Okay, and then I check it. The size, and I probably will just fold it to about here. Folded it crooked, of course I did. So typically what I do then is I just go and trim my edges because I want it to look nice and they don't line up right. And just trimming a little bit isn't going to mess it up any. So, and I want it to go in with the fold on the top. There we go, just like that. And then we're going to put a piece, and look, perfect piece. So I am going to cut that down to 8. Oh, you know what else I need? Let me tell ya. So I do, let's cut this in half. Let me use my scissors. It's so small. And then again, we're going to glue this here, but I already have this piece, so I think that will help. And cut this down. Okay, and that's just going to raise it up, you know, like we've talked about. So, just to give us a little bit more clearance. Just simple. And then since I cut that in half, it will just layer. Sometimes I layer like 4 or 5, but you don't have to. And then that about right here. And this is like perfect. So if you didn't want to decorate, I like to decorate, so you wouldn't have to. And you might could even like trim it so that like and actually it's almost perfect. The dots line up exactly in the right spot. I think these would be fun to make for like a preteen or a teenager, you know, who they have all these little secrets and stuff. So you might have to really show them how to use their journals that you make for them. I made one for my niece once and she's like, Aunt Michelle, how do I use this? So, but I love the secret journaling spots. So we'll see how many. I'm not sure how many days this will be. It might be a month. You never know. Doubt I can come up with that many, but we'll see. So yeah, I mean, looking at it, you know, you might not really could tell that it's got a secret there, but I can, and so, and like I said, I want to decorate. So again, let's put this here. Then we'll make a couple for our stash. Pretty simple, I think. Sorry, it's got, I do want it to kind of hang over the edge, so it really helps to have the dots so you can kind of tell where it's lined up and not, and whatnot. So I'm just going to trim these. It's going to kind of fray anyways. There we go. And then coffee dye paper, of course. So I'm just going to grab one. And I feel like this whole sheet, because it's double, is way too big. So we're going to trim that down. Like I said, you don't have to do this step. You can just skip it. Do try to. And then this one, I'll probably do it like this. And then we're just going to glue that on. Again, I do it just inside. Just don't want it showing and kind of messing up my thing from going inside the pocket. It up here and here. You can either fold it this way first or whatever. It's up to you. And if you guys have another idea, I would love to see it. We do kind of take this in another direction, but it's going to take like a whole video. So we'll visit that probably in tomorrow's video, just because we're kind of on the same thing. And then I do like to use, just to kind of make it lay a little bit flatter. There we go. And then even if you put pockets or buttons or something over here, I don't know what I'm going to use to decorate this next journal. You know, it's not going to make that much bulk, and if it does, it's just like right here in the center. So it's not a bad thing. And if you don't want to add anything, you can just add one piece of paper. So you could just add, sorry, just a piece, and then put it in. Sometimes if I'm in a hurry, I don't do this part, but I love having extra journaling. You know, one thing I've noticed is like passwords in your on Facebook and stuff. I don't remember them, so I could put some in a secret spot like this. And there we go. So we have these 2 pages done for our journal, so that is going to be fun. And I'll have to put them in a book or something, so I'm going to do that. But I did want to do just a couple more. I think we have plenty of time, don't we? And let's just go ahead and make a couple for the pink journal, because I know I'm going to have another pink one sometime. And we're going to use pink and purple maybe. Will be coming up. Yeah, I love this piece. But say this one is going to be in our journal, so I'm going to cut this down 8.5 by 11. Okay. And then again, I'm just going to cut this one. It has a bunch of things on the back, but I'm going to cut this one down to 5 by 8. By 8. And then, you know what, I have quite a bit of this paper. I'm going to go ahead and cut another one down to that. And then we'll put that one in our stash. And we'll have some ready to go if we ever need it, you know. Because I was going to show you how I would stash build for this. So if you just want to kind of hang out and, oops. So I'm going to cut it down a little bit. And you just want to make things for your stash. So again, I love this cutter because it makes it so much easier. So kind of what I do is I just do it like 1/8 of an inch from the edge of the paper. Push down, and I kind of guesstimate that side because I can't really see it. Go up about 1/4 of an inch or so. Like that. So this one will be for our stash, and then this one will be for the book. It doesn't really matter. But imagine sooner or later I'll do another pink rose journal. Okay. And let's just do that. I wasn't going to make these as long, but I may as well. I know a lot of people love the time that I spend and talk and chat and keep you guys up to date on what's going on. Thankfully, my neck ache has disappeared, so happy about that. My spasms I had yesterday, so those are gone for now. Okay. So let's go ahead and put that in. If I don't put this in, I'll be mad. I know I do have one outside that has the thing in it. So this one, we'll fold in half. I'll put it on this side. What's on the inside? Let's see. Actually, I think I want it like this. Easy to change your mind. And then maybe we'll put it like on the back. And these came from the same book of paper, so really simple. If you wanted like extra like coffee dye paper, say you want to do like a whole 17 by 11 sheet of paper, then what you could do is put your foam tape, or you know, build up your and go around the edges. I have done that as well, so just different ideas, and kind of try to remember what all I've done in the past. But you know, sometimes I'm like, this is going to be too tight, because either I used something that just made it not look quite right, or I needed a little bit more room. You know, just kind of adjust it. But if I was doing this to go in my stash, what I would do is just put this paper, and I might like cut this down, because that would be about right. So really, if I cut both of them for this journal, like cut this in half, then I have one for me for today, and one that could go in my stash for later. So because that's going to work. So, and then I would just put a paper clip on it, and I'd probably go ahead and make like the insert and stuff like that. So let me see what I have that we could use for this one, for the little folder thing. I mean, we could use like a gold. That would work, wouldn't it? So typically what I do is I use papers that maybe I wouldn't use again, or like inside a journal, if, you know, that's my plan. Sometimes I'll just use white cardstock, but I have so much paper. But you know, if something's kind of like, I don't know if I'd use that in a book, or I don't have any idea right now, I don't mind just pulling it and using it for the pockets, because I always have so much paper. So that's not a problem for me. If I'm trying to guess about what size, you can put it up on the outside, and I know I want it to be probably right about there, so I'm going to cut it just a little long. I think, yeah. And hope that, you know, it'll fit. So I think that would work. And then this, let's see, if I score it right about here. Well, you can score it on this machine too. You just want to move your cutting blade and score it here. And then if you wanted to, you could do all three. Let's just do it. Why not? We'll fold it inside. That way you're using the whole piece of paper, right? Okay, let's see how that works. So if you did this, you might not want to add coffee dye paper. Is it going to fit? Yeah, it did. Yay! And look, it's almost perfect. And that's pretty. I mean, I really like that. So let's do the other one. The one that's going in my stash. Again, I can kind of measure it from here. Cut it about at that little dot, so about right there. And then we'll score it about right here. Are the babies crying? Could you guys hear the baby the other day? The one that's screaming in the background. So what I'm doing is I'm not scoring it right beside that because I need a little bit of space. So I'm just giving it like 1/16 of an inch or whatever. And doing it like that. I was wondering if her screen came across. And you can see I kind of didn't fold it right. So I just trim it. I don't stress out about the little things. I try not to in crafting or in life. So then with this one, we're pretty much done with the one that will go in our stash. So what I'm going to do is just put, you know, we could even put it like this, because then whenever I use it, I can decide, am I going to want coffee dye paper? Do I want it to be the same? Did I do some Kool-Aid paper that I want to do to decorate it with? And it's ready to go. So it's kind of like a little packet, and you can just put it in your stash like that. So I'll have 2 of those because I'll do that other one too. So this one, sorry, making sure my camera's working. But you know, I might just leave this like this for now. We'll go ahead and decorate the top, or at least put the top on, and then we'll have this whole paper. If you wanted to, you could even do this, you know. I know I'm going to end up doing another pink journal because that's one of my viewers' favorites. So you guys stay tuned for that. And then we'll have this piece here because it's the perfect size. And so I just want to build it up just a touch. Hi, honey. Oh, can't hear me because he's talking. I mean, he's listening to his thing. Then I have this little scrap. So let's just score it if I can, or cut it. Let's just cut it like halfway. It's a little bit thinner, but we can use all 4. And then we'll just build that up and use that to lift it up. Like I said, you really don't have to do anything like that. So Clint's probably thinking I'm not going to talk. We have so many ink blenders, guys. So nice, so nice. This one, I'm not worried about it being larger. Definitely takes longer. If I had, you know, the other paper or the tape, it would go so much quicker, but you also have to pay for that, and if you don't have any, you don't want to do that maybe. So even if you wanted to, I was just thinking about this, you could put like little pockets inside this thing and put like some tags. I have not done that, but wouldn't that be fun? And so then, you know, doing something like that, you might want to raise this. So you would put like these going all the way around just to lift it up for you so that you have extra room. So I might do that with my stash one later. Maybe whenever I make that journal, if I remember. But I think that would be kind of fun too. I like how, you know, we all kind of feed off each other, and I like how you get ideas. The more you do of this type of stuff, the more ideas you come up with. Your subscribers come up with ideas. We are going to do the Darcy pocket, and I'm going to try to kind of explain it maybe a little bit better than what I have been doing, because I've had few people saying, I get so confused with that pocket. It's not that hard, really. It is, I mean, it does kind of boggle your mind for the first time, but just take your time, rewind the video over and over again until you get it. And there we go. So we already have, we have 3 pages to go, not in the same journal, but you know, they're ready whenever we go to put up a journal, work on a journal. So like on this one, let's just go ahead and make this one real quick so that it's ready to go whenever I'm ready for it. I love these papers, so it's kind of hard to figure out what I want to use. I'll use this one. I love that though, isn't that pretty? But I'll still have some left over. Well, no I won't. Because I think I kind of like the, you know, doing it all at once. So I'm going to cut about 1 inch off. And then we're going to score and do the 3. Because I really like that. I might want to play too with this one real quick. Very good at getting a straight fold there. And then this one's a little bit long, so I'm going to trim that just a touch. And then I'll trim the top and the bottom off because for some reason didn't get it straight, and I like them to be kind of neat. Okay, so say we got that for this one. Is that going to fit? Yes. So about right. Okay, so just kind of mess around and see what if we had this and we want to kind of open it, what would we put here, you know? So would we want like a little pocket? This is all my scraps. I have that. Let me see. I think I have other little scraps and stuff. Didn't I have like some squares? Or maybe I already used them. I don't know. Okay, I kind of like that. Let's maybe use this one. Just for some ideas. I don't know. But, you know, you can put like pocket in here. So from there to here. Out. See if that will fit. Yeah, that'll fit. And then I'll just trim it like 3 inches down, and we'll make a little pocket. So then you can just add more stuff on the inside. What a fun idea. Never know what my journaling is going to look like and for the rest of the year. I look back at the first journals I did and I'm like, and then the ones I do now. So you could do that and then pop that inside. You could even put pockets over here. You could do whatever you wanted to, you know. That would be a little short, so, or a little long. So let's put one over here. I don't know why, but why not? I need to make sure I press this like all the way to the, make sure it's straight. There we go. I just happened to see this, so I thought, well, I'll just use it. So like if you want one up here instead of down further, or even, you know, let's do that. Sorry guys, now I'm playing. And I should be inking these, because I think that would be cute. And then we may as well put one over here, because, you know, why not? Actually, let's put this just a tall one. That way we don't have any leftovers. That will fit. Right? Okay. I'm going to trim it just a touch just to make sure. I don't want tons of bulk here, but you know. And this is probably all I would do if it's for a, let's put it down here at the bottom, for a stash, because I don't know what, you know, what it's going in, so I wouldn't put tags or anything until I was ready. And then we could put it with our thing here, but I'm going to need a, I don't have a dot. Let me look real quick. I like to kind of match them, but sometimes I don't quite get it done. So, I don't see a dot. I must have used it. That's okay. We could use this one. So just cut it down about 2 inches. And then I'll just paper clip it together. And save it for later. I do like to make sure that they kind of correspond somewhat, because I like that, you know, the kind of trickery. So I don't even think I have any more of this. Yeah, I do. I have some of that. So we could make like a little pocket or something to go down here. Let's do that. I keep thinking of more things. Just a little one. I don't want it very big, so like this. I just want something to kind of bring in that, because I feel like it's kind of off now. And then I want to, oh, I don't know. How am I going to do this? I just want to make it look like a little pocket. Okay, hold on. We did pockets in the past, and it just looks like a shirt pocket. So that's kind of what I want to do. This is perfectly square, 2 inches. How I did that, I have no idea. So let's do it from 1 inch here. I'm going to put up dots. And then here, and then we'll both come down. So I am going to trim that here if I can. Line up the dot here, the dot here. And you want to hold it really tight. Sometimes that will like shift it. And then the dot here. And the dot here. Again, you want to hold it pretty tight. Oh man, see, it kind of shifted. Okay, that's okay. It's tiny. We can use scissors. Right? Okay. So then it's like a little tiny pocket down here. And what I'm going to do, hope I have a journal that I can use this in. That's probably too pointy, but it is what it is right now. And I'm just putting some little dashes. And sometimes I think, I'll never use this one, you know, when I'm doing it for my stash. Then I always find a way to use it.
Well, everyone's out.
I know, it's so nice.
Except for Mr. A. He was.
So it's just a little pocket that goes down here. Isn't that cute?
You having fun?
Yeah, we're just having a blast, aren't we, guys? Yes, Clint. Woohoo!
Oh, I was fixing to say that. That little girl's upside down.
She's so cute. Little girl came running to me like a dog this morning. I'm like, come here, come here. And she ran and jumped in my arms. So cute. So that is another one that's going in our stash. Let me show Clint this one. So this will be going in our stash.
Sorry.
Like that. But this is a little
It's a
different.
Yeah. Oh, that's neat.
It's a fold and it has pockets.
Pockets. That's a good
so
idea.
we can put tags and stuff
Yeah.
inside of it and still hide it.
Yeah, you still, I like that. Looks good.
And then I ran out of the dotted stuff, so I wanted to make sure
that
and
looks
add
good
like a
with that
little
one.
pocket,
Yeah,
even though I have no idea what I'm going to use it for. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this one.
Oh, God, you did 4 of them?
Well, we did 2 for our stash because I want to
Oh,
get some done
okay.
for the stash, and we had time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love that.
So, yeah, so that one is ready to go. And then we did this one, which is the side pocket. It's just
Oh,
another tip, another
yeah.
idea of the one
That looks good.
with coffee dyed paper. And then we did this
I love
one.
that paper.
Yeah,
I love
I
the
found chicken
sunflowers,
wire.
too.
I
think
know.
That feels perfect with it.
And then this one. So we did all kinds of fun things. We got 1, 2, 3. We got 3 on pages and then 2 extras. So we got
Wow.
5 done in about an hour's time.
Well, that's awesome. Really.
What do you guys think? So be sure and use this. Come over and show me on Facebook at the Ramblin' Crafters on Facebook. The link is below. And if you share this, please tag me on, if you on any of your Facebook pages or anything like that. We would appreciate it. I will be sharing this series because I know we have a lot of junk journalers that are new and maybe they haven't seen secret junk journaling spots before. So like I said, this is one of many. I know we probably have at least 15. So, and we might even come up with more. Who knows?
Well, we kind of have.
We keep, yeah, Clint and I are talking, and we're like, oh, let's do this. Oh, let's do this.
Yeah,
oh, let's
so-
do this. So you never know.
Of course, I forgot what it was, but
I remember. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure and hit that subscribe button. Come back tomorrow for another secret journaling spot. And we will see you guys in the next video. See you soon. Bye.
bye, guys. Thanks for visiting. Tup Zines. Bye-bye, guys.